Morning. Morning, morning, morning. And when you see me, that's what you're going to see. A very good morning. Now, the way I move and the way I do this is we always like to, implement the right key elements to the situation. It's only right. So, moving in that format, no matter how screwed up it is, as they have totally sabotaged my entire channel right now. The powers that be, that is. The show don't stop here. What's up, Bear? Now, you hear many times, whenever you do something, somebody always tell you, you should do the latter. Whenever you do something and it don't work, they gonna tell you, oh, you should have went did that. Oh, you should have went this way. When it's don't work, but they never there in the beginning. The majority of the time, you see people blame a couple of scenarios. They blame the brother man, or they blame the other man. This has been going on for a period of time. I can't even count the years. Now, there's a lot of people who have made wrong mistakes, or mistakes that shouldn't have been made because they chose the wrong side in the wrong situation. Because they're basing the situation off of loyalty, race, and peer pressure to go in directions that probably wasn't best for them. Now, Mr. T. Mr. T came up from the Robert Taylor homes, Chicago, Illinois. Mr. T single-handedly helped elevate professional wrestling to the mainstream of Hollywood. If it wasn't for Mr. T, Hulk Hogan would have never been featured in Rocky III. He would have never met Sylvester Stallone. He would have never been on the A-Team. He would have never been able to bring it to basically a Hollywood audience. Wrestling at that time was looked at as a backyard performance. Now, Mr. T was told he needed to trust. He needed to trust the other man instead of the brother man. Now, brother man told Mr. T not to do WrestleMania 2. Brother man said, you should have a contract for them licensing your name for all your toys, your merchandising, and everything. This is what you need to do. But don't do WrestleMania 2 unless they pay you right. But Mr. T had already signed obligations to do WrestleMania 2. So he was, I can't back out. I've already signed. And I pity any fool who don't live up to his word. And I destroy any man that tries to take what I got. So, brother man, who helped Mr. T basically get to a position to where there was Mr. T cereal, there was Mr. T cartoons. Brother man, who made all of this possible, saw Mr. T change up and go with the other man. Other man was trying to make him a commodity star and was asking for money hand over fist just for appearances. Brother man was trying to get Mr. T to basically own his, ID and everything else. So at the end of it, your Mr. T will be a brand that you can keep and move around and use for the rest of your life. Tried to get him a licensing deal, tried to get him his own everything. T didn't trust brother man because he didn't have a lot of Hollywood pull, but he was business savvy. He had a lot of pull in marketing and knew how to market. So he was going to help Mr. T make money. So he's like, okay, they might not put you in the next Stallone movie, but rather than have the fame, you're going to have the money. And at that time, T was thinking more fame and chose the other man. Yeah, situations come and go. But as I told you before, the other man's situation can throw you a curveball. Or you get situations such as this. Oh, hold on. Isaiah Washington, Eric LaSalle. Eric LaSalle was always one that was, you've seen him in the movie Coming to America, played Darryl, the Prince of Soul Glow. Always coming up because he didn't speak in a certain tone. He was light-skinned. A lot of people called him soft. Ah, dude, soft. So because he said he was soft, everybody wanted to paint him in a certain picture, in a certain box. So he started doing films and taking roles in which were pro-black, mostly black cast, because only black people would cast him. So Eric LaSalle decided to go in that route. And then all of a sudden things started to change around. He switched. He said, I'm gonna go and deal with the other man. Other man came along and said, you've done great. You built yourself up with the brothers. Now it's time for you to move on. He said Mahomes still the bed red. Oh no, this ain't Mahomes. This championship again. Sir. Tampa Bay Bucks. Never Mahomes red. He got a soft red. Now, where were we? Oh yeah. We were talking about Eric LaSalle. So Eric LaSalle ended up getting a role on ER. Right, once he signed with the other man. So why now he with the other man? He dealing with ER, and nobody was there to protect him when the situation went a certain way, where he thought the character and the direction he went, where they pushed his character, he didn't like it. It was very disrespectful to his black co-star. So he felt like, I'm walking, I can't do this, and took a stand. But because he signed with other man and left brother man decided to part ways with him. And then he went back to the brother man. Now at this point, you have tarnished yourself beyond belief with the other man. So they're gonna really dump it and make it hard for the brother man to try to get you back into anything. And at that time, the brothers didn't even support him because the brothers didn't watch ER. So that was just it. And he's been like doing little things ever since, but that's what happened in his career. It was a shame. Great actor. Isaiah Washington. Now here's somebody who right away was with the brother man. Spike Lee had the brother, showcased him in his movies, multi-talented individual. Then he runs into a situation where he's on a show and he says the wrong thing once he gets with the other man. Gets with the other man, things are going well, and next thing you know, he says some things out of line, and the other person says some things about him that was out of line, and other co-stars started to speak up from Grey's Anatomy, another hospital show, and things got ugly. So it made it hard for other men to still take care or sponsor brother man. So when brother man went back to the brothers, he thought, okay, I'm gonna go back to brother man. They was like, we don't want nothing to do with you. We ain't got nothing here for you. Which really pissed him off, because he's like, man, I did all this for us. Y'all just gonna kick me to the curb? Bad, you know? All right. So brother man was like, hey, we tried to help you as much as we can, but you wanted the other man. So yep. Of course, people were livid. They were upset. They were not feeling up to it. And he went back to doing something he didn't want to do. He went back to the other man. But the other man was actually better for him, because he went to the other man. He started going more conservative. And because he went that route, it opened some doors for him. saying that's what we needed. We needed some brothers that was going to speak up and be conservative to save their own hide and career. So now he's getting opportunities again because he went to the other man. So the other man actually worked out for him. Now, MC Hammer. MC Hammer went to the stratosphere of this world, and at no time did a hip-hop artist ever go as far as Hammer went. Hammer was everything. You were not gonna get bigger than MC Hammer at that time. Now, because Hammer was that huge, it had gotten to the level where his team that he had around him, the brother man who believed in him, he wanted to stick with the brother man. But sometimes brother man gets out of his element. And brother man is like, it's so massive to the levels that Hammer has gotten. You know, there's international tours to deal with. Hammer's brother man didn't want to work with the other man. It was like, look, we want to do it, but we want Charlie B to be in the mix. Charlie B got to be in the mix. And the other brother mans, they all had to be involved. So it was a lot of brother mans in there, and people was like, all right, well, where's the suit? Oh, damn it, I left the blue one. Yeah, it's somewhere in Scatchagrad. So, damn, man, we can't drive back. So what we gonna do? We got 45 dancers with blue suits. Hammer just gotta wear the white one still. Just let him wear it through the performance. It doesn't make him stand out. That ain't what he want. He'll make do. Damn, it's just a suit. Brother man didn't make sure something was secure on the stage. Hammer came down. The speaker thing was put up. Hammer would jump off big speakers all the time, land and normally do a spin. This time, the speaker was set up on the stage. The way the stage was set, one end was higher than the other. So when they had the speaker set up, it was already sitting high. So by the time Hammer got on there, the drop that he came down at, he came down on the low part. And when he landed, he kind of tweaked his knee. So he had to tough out the performance, and his knee swelled up to a baseball. Brother man decided it would be okay if we just continue with the tour, just get an ice with some plastic bag over it. He'll be okay. So they decided during the intermission, Ham was to go ahead and get a Ziploc bag, basically full of ice, and they gonna ace bandage it around his knee so he can go ahead and perform. With all the jumping and turning and spinning, the bag, of course, is gonna burst. And now you got water on the stage, which makes it even more dangerous for the other dancers and everybody else involved. So while Hammer's performing, this water is coming down his leg to make people think he's peeing on himself. It was a disaster. Now, Hammer had a chance to go with the other man. The other man wanted to really take over his career, get him put on different platforms. He already got a lot of things with TV shows, commercials, and everything else. They wanted to put him in movies and get him his own feature film. Now, while in negotiations for the feature film, and Hammer did not want to go into the feature film, like, we can get our own film. We can do our own film thing and get our own film company. If you telling me I gotta cut out my brother, man, I can't do him like that. We've been together since we started. But Hammer knew he had to trim his roster and his entourage. But once again, it came down to Other Man. Other Man had a much better deal. They were much more prepared for international concerts and everything. Hammer still trusted Brother Man and stayed with the Brother Man. And Brother Man ended up screwing him. Not because they set out to screw him. They didn't know how to handle the business that had grown way beyond their control. And because of that, they start making Brother Man decisions. Man, well, let's buy a horse. Man, you see all them horse races, man, them dudes be making money. Let's buy a horse. That's going to turn everything around. Yeah, let's get some horses. So they went and bought a horse called Dance Floor. And, of course, that was Brother Man's decision to throw all this money into a horse. What they didn't realize is how expensive it is to keep a prized horse. That's hundreds of thousands and millions. Turns into millions quick. They had no idea what they were doing, and they was taking Hammer down the wrong road. So they have MC Hammer in a movie, on a look like a cable movie, where he's playing a drug dealer. You're taking someone whose image was about children and dancing and positivity and turn them into a drug dealer? I couldn't believe it. Not only did Hammer look out of place, it was just surprising and didn't make any sense. Oh, wow, we got all these Detroit Lions fans down here. Great, just great. And one out of place Cleveland Brown fan. Like, what is the purpose? The Browns are not playing down here, sir. I don't even know who the hell jersey that is. Ugh. Man, I hate downtown. Nothing about downtown says me at all. Yeah, I'm right by Nike Town, Under Armour building. It used to be a big Steph Curry sign out there. No, that was a Bernie Kosar. This is why I hate downtown. These dudes do not know how to drive. And then now you got all these Uber drivers in here, and they driving like cab drivers. They even worse, but you can't, at least you know a cab. You can't determine if that's an Uber driver or not. They cutting you off at the light, all kind of goofiness. I got a maneuver like this because the Bears game done kicked off. I thought they was playing in Detroit. Yeah, so anyway, Ham didn't go with the other man. He stayed with the brother man and ended up going broke. Deion Sanders in just 3 albums. You know, he had Deion went ahead and made a deal. Deion Sanders went and made a deal that basically really make him a part owner or whatever. He's supposed to get his money back on the back end. He ended up having to take a loss being partners with Hammer. And Hammer's team just was not together. Felt kind of a little bad for him, but it is what it is. Yes, it's called a turn. You can complete it now. You don't have to go slow when you're making a turn. Hate downtown. I try never to come down here as much as I can. That's why I tell people, please don't come visit me, because I do not want to go downtown. Get me out of this ridiculousness. Get me on the LSD. Nobody wants you. Get these buckethead women just think everybody wants them. Make the turn, man. Screw mom and pop. Mom and pop sit there. We got the arrow. Mao. All right. No, that buckethead chick thinks somebody want her. No, I don't want to go whack her. Now let's stay here. Let's stay here. No, buckethead chick thinks somebody want her. Nobody wants you. Wearing spandex, you take it off, your butt gonna fall on the ground. Be dragging around. Little pretty red bones, thinking just because they red bones, they fine. You ain't. A bag of flaming hots away from undesirable. Now, We went through Hammer's story. Okay. This will work better for us. We just have to get past the stadium, which we can do if we work together. Now, there was a star athlete who was told, give up the other man and come work with the brother man. Now, other man helped build this man into a nice marketing position. He did a lot of work, and he was going to cross into areas no professional athlete, thanks EW, that no professional athlete had ever crossed in his time. And because of this, they were going to actually make things available to him that wasn't usually abundantly available to athletes. And the other man was a part of help knocking down these doors and creating new brands that never really existed and turning that into success. Now, with that being said, with all of that being said, other man had all these plans set up because it was the best thing for him. But now you have brother man knocking, brother man saying, hey, you a brother man, this is right up your brother alley, and you finna get more brothers if you sign up here. We gonna have you stand there with the all black expos. We gonna build your brother up. You need some brother behind you. Brother had him going all pro-black. Show him you down. Brother man. So brother man had them all set up to go. What's up? Grass Mask Records. So brother man had them all set up. Black this, black that. And it was gonna go down. And they was like, other man you can't do that with other man. You can only do that with the brother man. So brother man had it set to go. He kept pressuring the athlete. So the athlete said, well, you know what? I already know what I am. And I got a good team, and I don't want to split up my team just to do that. I could do that on my own. So they said, oh, you think you don't need brother man? Well, brother man gonna show you what's gonna happen. Because I'm gonna ruin you with the brothers, man. To make you have to run to the brother man. The other man gonna get rid of you. And that's what I'm gonna do. So the brother man decided to make it real hard on the athlete so that the other man would dump the professional athlete. See, I did it the right way, the smart way. Went around. Now it's smooth sailing. See, this is the north side highway. You hit that north side highway and take it all the way to the south side. That's right. Cino's going back to the hood in Chicago. What's up with it? I know they're not sending out my notifications again. So anyway, that professional athlete that we were just talking about stayed with the other man, weathered the storm that they threw at him, and now that man is the largest athlete in the world because he stayed with the other man who was there when he was no man. So in that case, staying with the other man worked, and that brother man, I don't even know if he's still around. Who was the athlete? I thought you guys could figure it out. You still ain't figured it out? Shouts out to Delano King. I thought it was obvious. Now, moral of the story is this: it's not about the brother man or the other man. It's about the right man. You have to find the right man for the job. And when we mean man, it could be anything. Whoa, man. Whatever. You just have to find the right person for the job. Does not have to be an infliction on you turning against your brothers or you're turning against you. Oh shit! They gotta fix these roads. You doing what's best for you. This is your life, your career. LeBron has stuck with the brother man and then switched up and went to the other man. And the other man has him pretending to be a brother man. It is very unique, the way he's done it. See, you got somebody up there saying this is rambling about nothing because they don't understand. It's above their pay grade. Clear knowledge that they don't understand. Picking the right person for the job, not based on will you be down or I'm just trying to be selfish, or I don't want to share, I don't want to help. They have no idea of what they're talking about, nor what they're doing. But business is business. And if this guy can do the job better, and it's better for me to have that guy, then I need that guy. What I don't need is for somebody ruining my business because it's mine. And once you ruin it, it's going to be hard to fix it and get it back. There's been people fighting for 10, 15 years to try to get back to the position they were in before they lost it all. Always fighting. He said, thank you for your viewership and trollship. He said, we winning, see, though. I know, I'm about to get to the game. Oh, the Bears are going to beat the Lions. I got to go, though.